Yeah, a quick video in case your guys' embosses aren't working. So this one is from the sports car, Monomo Block sports car. There's the rough look of it. Part of my emboss, when I tried to emboss the Auto blocks, it didn't emboss. So that came from this sketch. And when I did the emboss, it just failed every time. So no matter what I did, it failed. So something that should be exactly the same as an emboss, the little trick you can do is if you extrude, see how well I'm selecting things today, that area, and so this is just the part that wasn't embossing. So if I do that and I do it to next as a new solid, so here's the trick. So I go down towards it as a new solid, specifically this solid. And I say, okay, what that's going to do is from my plane, it's going to extrude down until it hits that, that curved surface that I was trying to emboss in the first place. So, a handy little trick you can do to solve it, like obviously that's not what I want. However, since I made it a new solid, then what I can do is I could rectangular pattern the solid. So I can rectangular pattern that solid just straight up and down, so any of these lines will do. And when I do that, I type in what I was trying to emboss it in the first place. So I think I was doing 0.1, and I'll make this one a new solid as well. Now for this one, what that does is it made that solid and brought it down, so it's actually inside of my wheel right now. So the move I'm going to do is for a cut emboss that's not working. If you wanted to do an adding on, so joining some material emboss, like adding up to it, then you would do this slightly differently. But for this one, that new solid is slightly lower than this one. And yeah, 0.1 was way too much. Hold on a second. Let's see what my other embosses were. 0.005, so significantly smaller. So that's easy to change. Just go back to, not the extrusion, but the rectangular pattern. My apologies, computer's running a little slow here. And I changed the rectangular pattern to the same that I would have done the emboss, so that was 0.005. Everything else stays the same. And now, I don't even need the first solid, because that first solid's up here. And then the other one is just slightly lower, so it's 0.005 lower. So I can make this one invisible if I wanted to not see it. And then now, just to show you, if I made this one invisible, you can see how this solid has the contour of the actual surface I was extruding to. So what I can do then is say combine from this solid, I would like to subtract this solid, and that should subtract that little material there, and it should look exactly the same as an emboss would, and there you go. So that's it. So without too much work, you can do an emboss. If your emboss fails, then extrude as a new solid, rectangular pattern the solid, and then you can subtract it if it's a cut. If it was an additive, so you wanted to add material, then you would rectangular pattern up, and you would subtract the rectangular pattern solid from the original extrusion solid. But yeah, hope that helps. Good luck.